Hello and welcome back. In today's lesson, we discuss the importance of sleep hygiene in restoring energy and reducing your stress. Sleep hygiene is a critical component of your health and your energy restoration in general. Many people struggle with poor sleep, with chronic fatigue, and with restlessness. Yet, few realize how powerful sleep is for repairing the body, resetting the nervous system, and promoting long-term well-being. In this session today, we'll explore why sleep hygiene is essential, how poor sleep affects stress and recovery, and some practical steps that you can take to improve your sleep quality. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a clear, actionable plan to develop healthy sleep habits that will optimize your energy, improve your mental clarity, and improve your overall resilience. Why does sleep hygiene matter? Psalm 4:8 says, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." So why is sleep essential for health? It restores and repairs the body's cells, your muscles, your brain. It balances stress hormones like cortisol and supports the adrenal system. It enhances focus, your memory, emotional regulation. It boosts immune function, reduces susceptibility to illness. It improves mood and mental resilience, making things in general just easier to handle and improve your daily stress ability. So what happens when we neglect sleep, when we're sleep deprived? Well, you increase your stress and anxiety due to elevated cortisol levels. Lack of sleep weakens your immune system, leading to more frequent illnesses. Higher risk of weight gain and blood sugar and glucose imbalances. Leads to brain fog, poor decision-making, and mood swings. Increased risk of long-term conditions like heart disease and metabolic disorders. So prioritizing sleep is not a luxury. It's a biblical mandate, a necessity for optimal energy, stress management, and overall health. So what's the science behind sleep and its relationship to stress? Well, your body operates on a biological clock known as the circadian rhythm. It regulates sleep and wake cycles. Ecclesiastes 5:12 says, "Sweet is the sleep of a laborer, whether he eats little or much, but the full stomach of the rich will not let him sleep." So how does poor sleep increase stress? Sleep deprivation raises cortisol, keeping the body in a prolonged stress state. A lack of sleep weakens emotional regulation, making everyday challenges feel more overwhelming than they should. And poor sleep disrupts blood sugar levels, causing energy crashes throughout the day. Your brain becomes less likely and less able to detoxify, leading to fogginess and poor mental focus. And good sleep supports recovery. Deep sleep repairs tissues, muscles, brain. REM sleep processes emotions and memories, improving mental clarity. And the nervous system resets, reducing anxiety and increasing calmness. The key takeaway is that when you prioritize sleep, your body functions at its best, mentally, physically, and emotionally. What are some practical steps that you can do for better sleep hygiene? Developing good sleep hygiene means creating habits that are supporting for restful and uninterrupted sleep. So those practical tips include maintaining a consistent sleep schedule. So you go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time as much as is possible, even on the weekends. It's a routine. Another is to create a pre-sleep routine. Call it wind down time, so that you can do a consistent pattern. You pray, journal, read your scripture instead of screen time, something that lets your body know in advance we're preparing to go to sleep. I recommend that you change the way that you eat if necessary. Reduce caffeine consumption and heavy meals in the evening. Avoid anything that's a stimulant like caffeine and large meals 2 to 3 hours before bedtime so that your body can use your energy to process your food while you're awake, not while you're asleep. Another is to incorporate relaxation techniques such as deep breathing or gentle and light stretching. They can help your body transition into the sleep mode instead of the wake mode. The next tip is to create an environment that prepares you for sleep. Proverbs 3:24 says, if you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Quality of your sleep environment directly relates to the quality of the sleep that you get. So optimize your sleep environment. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. If need be, consider blackout curtains or white noise, something that will assist you in that process. If you need to, improve your mattress, your pillow, appropriate bedding, sheets, blankets, whatever's necessary so that you can have comfortable, breathable, natural fabrics that will assist in temperature control and improve your comfort. Finally, electronics. Limit blue light exposure, which we'll talk about further. Turn your screens off an hour before bed to allow melatonin production to happen naturally and move you towards a restful sleep cycle. If this doesn't work, we'll talk about further. There's some natural sleep aids and supplements and things you can do to improve this as well, like magnesium. There's a dosage there. We'll talk about that in more detail. Glycinate is very helpful. The citrate brand can increase your smooth muscle contractions and cause some peristalsis in your gut. If you have problems with constipation, I recommend the citrate, magnesium, and not the glycinate. Try some herbal teas, sleepy time, chamomile, valerian, passion flower, lemon balm, things like that, and natural teas can be helpful. Essential oils, just to put in the room, breathe in the smell of lavender, etc., can also help with those transition moments, and your body knows this is what we do before we sleep. Finally, melatonin, an option there, and we can discuss that further as we go along. So if lifestyle changes and the things we've mentioned aren't enough, these may assist you in promoting further relaxation and restorative sleep. And as always, before you start anything like melatonin or magnesium, make sure there aren't any intervening medical issues. Talk to your healthcare provider if necessary. So which one of these habits will you commit to improving first? And what do you think is your biggest challenge in getting in the way of quality sleep? So what to do if you struggle with sleep? Well, here's some troubleshooting options if you do have that difficulty. Even with good habits, some people still struggle with falling asleep or with staying asleep. And if this happens to you, here's a few tips that you can do to adjust things to improve that. If you can't fall asleep within 20 minutes, get up and do a calming activity like read or prayer, light stretching. Just make sure you don't turn the lights on high. Instead of lying there in frustration, do something, change your situation. If you wake frequently, try a nighttime relaxation technique like deep breathing, which we'll discuss in a deeper lesson, muscle relaxation, those sorts of things, before bed or while you're laying there. If racing thoughts keep you awake, use journaling to clear your mind. Prayer, meditation on scripture helps to refocus your mind and give you some peace. If you experience restless sleep, consider adjusting your nighttime routine, the things that we've just discussed, your diet, room temperature, your bedroom, etc., to get those things in order and see if that makes a big difference. Key takeaway, sleep challenges can be improved with intentional adjustments, with consistency, and with appropriate stress management. So, what are some of the long-term benefits of prioritizing sleep? Developing a consistent sleep hygiene routine is an investment in your long-term health, your emotional resilience, and your ability to thrive. There are many benefits of prioritizing sleep, and we've discussed some of those are increased energy and motivation for daily tasks, greater emotional stability and stress resilience, improved cognitive function, improved memory, improved focus, stronger immune system and reduced inflammation, better metabolic function, hormonal balance, all of these and more. So, key takeaway, sleep is a gift from God. When we appreciate the gift, we honor Him, the giver, and experience greater peace, greater restoration, and greater vitality. As you continue this journey, I encourage you to treat sleep as a mandatory part of your self-care. Psalm 127:2 says, "It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for He gives to His beloved sleep." So, how about your sleep improvement action plan? What are you going to do next? Your next step is to choose one sleep habit to reinforce this week and commit to a consistent bedtime routine. Your body heals and restores itself when you sleep. Quality sleep allows you to serve and live with energy and with purpose. And when you prioritize rest, you honor the way that God designed your body. It's a biblical mandate. So, thank you for being on this journey. I look forward to seeing how improved sleep enhances your vitality, your focus, and your overall well-being. I'll see you in our next lesson. But until then, rest well, my friend.